This is Path of Exiles, and this is my Lightning Arrow Deadeye. We'll go over the gems and gear and interactions, and I'll show you the path that I took during the character build. So our main skill is Divergent Lightning Arrow. It is divergent, so the quality of the gem is going to convert 20% more physical to lightning, and we're supporting that gem with awaken elemental damage, which is the awaken part gives it the quality increases the elemental damage. The anomalous inspiration, the quality increases critical hit chance, which is nice. We've got projectile support. We're going to deal chaos damage on top of our lightning damage. We've got the mirror arrow. When we hit an enemy, a guy on top of our head casts the same skill we just cast for duration. We're going to fork, so when we hit an enemy, it's going to fork into 2 arrows. So we're going to multiply our arrows. And then we've got our bow here. We're going to deal some fire and lightning with some life and bleed and +2 level to socketed bow skills, which is very good. We've got this helmet. When we attack with a bow skill, it triggers spells every 0.3 seconds with some attack speed and spell damage. We've got Anomalous Tornado, and the anomalous parts adds the quality to make it where the initial duration is shorter. It has 2 durations. The first duration comes out and you shoot your projectiles at it and it gathers up damage. And then on the second duration, it seeks out an enemy and applies that portion of damage that you hit with your projectiles to that enemy. Then we have Voltic Burst. It is electric and chaos damage around us. Then we've got Assassin's Mark, so we can deal more critical and get a power charge. We've got the armor here with some spell suppression, elemental res. You always want to get some res and some life and some evasion. I've got plus strength on it. I've got increased physical damage when a unique enemies by, because we're converting physical damage into lightning damage. We've got Storm Rain. It is my skill for one-eye boss. So I turn it into turrets so I don't have to stand still. And I've got greater projectiles on it because it's totem. You know, it's kind of like a turret, but they call it a totem in this game. And faster attacks. We've got it supported by the ballista totem, so to make it a totem. Multi-totem. Multi-totem means when you lay 1, it always lays 2 instead of 1. Then I've got Culling Strike. When an enemy's below or at 10% health and it hits them, they die. And it looks like this. See, we always lay 2 turrets, so we can lay 6 down. Pretty cool. I've got my ring with my amulet. It's got some dex, some attributes, some intelligence. We need all that good stuff, +1 to all level lightning gems, which is good because we're using lightning skills. Even our turret things, totems, shoot lightning, and we've got Vengeful Cascade on this. Vengeful Cascade is going to increase projectile speed, which doesn't matter. What we want is the projectiles that we shoot. I took that off so that I can just show you. That we shoot to return to us. See how they like go out and return to us? That's hitting enemies twice. So we're getting double damage. Got a ring here. Very nice ring. Increased lightning damage, some more fire, some life, some elemental res, some cold, some negative mana cost to skills, which is nice. We've got this ring. Nothing going on for it other than it's got a lot of resistances and physical damage leads to his life. And we've got our Flame Dash in there. Our Flame Dash is literally just a movement skill. Like I'm using it right now. We just zip around, you know. I've got my belt. It's got a lot of res and everything. Resistances. And avoid being frozen. And I can't be inflicted by corrupted blood. And some more resistances and elementals on our attacks. We've got Phase Run and Haste. Haste is my aura that increases my attack speed and my movement speed so I can get around faster. Phase Run lets me turn invisible and pass through things, not walls, but enemies, just in case I get stuck in a corner and I move a little faster. We've got some boots. Phasing is also considered being exclusive, so I get the extra movement speed from my boots from that, and I've got spell suppression on that. I've got life regen, some resistances, 100% chance to avoid being frozen, some evasion. Then my gloves, I've got frenzy, which is going to give me frenzy charges. I've got mana forged arrows, which is important right here on the gloves connected to the frenzy charge, because I'll explain what it does. When you shoot a bow skill and you use a certain amount of mana, it triggers that skill for you. So when I'm shooting, the blue arrows are the lightning and the green is the frenzy. So like, see how the green comes out? And that'll give me passive frenzy charges, so I don't even have to worry about casting it. It's very nice. And I've got it supported by a fork, so it'll fork and give me more frenzy charges. And I've got my lightning golem here that literally just makes me attack faster. Faster attacks, more damage, you know? I've got this very nice quiver. Pierce an additional target, very nice. Dex, very nice. I'm a Dex character. Bow fires an additional arrow, very, very nice. Increase projectile speed, nice. Increase elemental damage with attacks, very nice. All this gear here is self-crafted, except for that I found this abyssal jewel, and I found the gems and put them at 20% and corrupted them and crafted all my rings from a base. I found this helmet, but I crafted everything else. Self-craft build, pretty much, you know. And then we've got our path. You know, we went over here so we can get our bow skills and our fire and additional projectile. And then we put this gem in here in the radius where that big circle is, it changes the aspects of some of the skills and it gives me an additional projectile here. That's why on bow skills that I shoot, I don't have to use additional projectile. I can just use forking because I have enough projectiles. And I came down here to grab, you know, like I got some life, some suppression, life evasion, some more bow over time, some life flask efficiency, some resistances. Strength is also applied to projectile bonuses, which is very nice. So it's not just a useless thing. We've got inflict exposure on hit for random elements, and we're inflicting all the elements. Like we don't even have to worry about it. We're inflicting all the exposure. We've got this right here, point blank. The closer we are to a target, the more damage we deal. You know, even though I hit things off screen, that still happens too for when we boss or whatever. And Right here, we've got 3,743 life. We're capped at our 75% reses on our fire, cold, and lightning. Chaos don't matter. We've got 86% chance to suppress spell. You know, we're looking good. We'll grab a map out of here and showcase a map. Yeah, and we just like go exclusive and just do a stutter step. This guy, we get close to him, you know. Get up in this guy's face. No big deal. See, like we use our point blank. We don't have a lot of health, but we are very tanky because of our spell suppression. That guy's taking our health a little bit. We'll lay down some turrets. Let him put in some work.
This'll do nicely, Exile.
Grab these for Nico. And just mob through, you know.
Another good find.
To keep yourself alive pretty well on this build, I like to do what's called a stutter step. You know, you shoot and walk. Shoot, take a few steps, shoot. You know, we've got our boss here. Let's open up our portal, just in case something happens.
Fear tastes so sweet!
Got that guy. Come over here, place some of this down. We're pretty much mobbing him down. Killed that boss, no problem. Now we'll go over some stuff, just in case some people are confused on what some interactions were. We'll go to the Blood Aqueducts. It's a lower level map. I can talk about what's going on. Alright, so the mirage guy on top of my head, you see how, like, no guy on top of my head, I'm not hitting anybody. Oh, also, the purple thing at the bottom there that explodes is that volcanic strike from the helmet. Now see, there's a guy on top of my head. I hit an enemy, and we can walk around on lower level content, and he'll just take everything out. You know, see if we can get a tornado going. Yeah, see that tornado's going. I mean, really, you just do the stutter step, walk and shoot.
My mana is gone.
Gold guys will probably still be alive when you get up to them, but the mob enemies will die. There's, the build's tanky because of our spell suppression and evasion and stuff, so we can just stand right in front of a boss or a gold guy. I mean, we'll take some damage. You drink a potion, you'll be fine. Yeah. That's the gist of it. Like, it's very good. I enjoy it. I've been working on it for like a month. And it's really good.